This is State Representative Jeffrey Elmore with your weekly session update for 5/12. It's been amazing in Raleigh this week because of the pace that we have been holding, because this week was what's called Crossover Week. Actually, tomorrow is the official day of what is called Crossover. And I talked about this last week. If a bill doesn't make it from one chamber to the other by this date, the bill has technically died. It's no longer valid for the session. So amazingly, we have worked very, very efficiently in the House, and we have disposed of all of our bills that are going to meet crossover. So we are actually not meeting tomorrow. And I'll tell you the workload that we've had. We've moved over 180 bills in a 2-day period. And these are bills ranging from local issues like speed limits on residential streets to very big issues. Some big issues that were addressed with the bills. HB 805 increases the penalties for rioting and destruction of property to try to get some of the issues that we had this summer with our downtowns under control. Another one that I know people have been following is HB 324, and this act deals with some of the curriculum changes that have happened dealing with the social studies curriculum. And basically what it is that we would have non-discrimination in our instruction in our schools. This bill basically doesn't support concepts like critical race theory that you're hearing about on the national level. Lieutenant Governor Robinson is supportive of this, and also Superintendent Truitt. So I was happy to see that get over in the Senate, and that was a couple of big issues. And I'm just looking on the computer here on some other things. We sent several autism bills across the way to ensure that folks with this special need are taken care of in different venues there. Some other bills that I thought were interested to highlight, we changed the state mammal from the gray squirrel to the black bear, which I thought that was very interesting for western North Carolina and also for northeastern North Carolina. We also passed HB 572. This is no vaccine mandate by executive order. Basically what this bill stated was that Governor Cooper, any governor of the state of North Carolina, does not have the authority in a declaration of emergency to mandate vaccinations, that is a health choice, that is a personal choice, and cannot be done through executive order. That bill passed 75 to 38. Also, this one will help our armed forces. This is DMV Deployed Armed Forces Exemptions, House Bill 297, and this directs that the Division of Motor Vehicles offer full provisional licenses to persons that are deployed out of state as members of the armed forces, and waiving the late fee for renewal and expired registrations. This is to support our military community because many times they may be based in Fayetteville, for example, and they are deployed. And this makes sure that their license stays valid upon their deployment, and there's no issues when they come back. A bill that I sponsored and was moved this week, more at the last, not the last minute, but on the tail end of the movement of all of these bills, is House Bill 621. This is increasing the dropout age and creating a completion indicator. Increasing the dropout age has been a concern of mine because the reality of it is, in today's day and age and with the workforce, it is almost impossible for someone who drops out at 16 to find work that would be stable and that would be a long-lasting job. What this does, it takes in a phase-in approach. Actually would not start next year, but the following year, where it would increase the age by 6 months in increments over time to where the system can adjust for this. I think with COVID and the learning loss that's been experienced, I'm terrified that we're going to see an increase in our dropout rates. And that could be detrimental to someone's life. So I think the time is right with this, and with the phased-in approach, we can see hiccups, problems, and be able to react. Or if we see that by raising it by even to 17, that it creates problems, we can stop at that point and reevaluate down the road. So I was happy to see that moved and excited about more discussion on it. Just a little update on the gas issue. Governor Cooper declared a state of emergency dealing with gas shortages. How this is beneficial to you is this will prevent any sort of price gouging from happening. And if someone price gouges at these service stations because it is under a state of emergency, the Attorney General office can get involved in it. So he made that declaration. We have been getting some updates about the pipeline. The pipeline runs through a hub in Greensboro that we're probably more familiar with, and also a hub in Johnston County. We were informed this afternoon that the pipeline is flowing again, so I'm hoping that the ransomware attack, that they've got that under control, and the whatever virus or that they put on their computers with the pipeline, that they've got that resolved. But we were told this afternoon that fuel is flowing again, but that still doesn't mean that we have variations in supply because of this little hiccup and a lot of panic buying with the fuel. So I thought that was some positive news to where this is not a long, drawn-out thing. So much to talk about on the horizon. We are still in budget work. The Senate has the budget first. We are waiting on them to produce a document to send to us. We've been in loose discussions with House leaders and also with them on their movement. I have not seen a document yet. Hopefully we will see that in the next couple of weeks. And also in the next couple of weeks, you're going to see some movement on the next federal COVID package. It seems like I talk about COVID packages a lot. This is the third round of money, and how we are going to start putting this money into basically pots so we can start the expenditures on it. So that will be coming up next week and into the following week. I appreciate you listening to the weekly session update, and I hope that you have a good rest of your week.